Hi, folks on YouTube. Sorry about a minor mistake I made there. I thought I pushed recording, and apparently I didn't. So we've missed a couple of minutes here. Nothing big that you missed, honestly. You missed me sort of waffling on what I wanted to do, and my little gag about yeah, I think the Yehat took things well and didn't. They only started a revolution. Yeah. But yeah, we left off by showing to the Yehat that the Shofixi are back, and the Space Clans have started a civil war. So yeah, and now we are headed up to the northwest part of the map to look for the creators of the probes, so we can get them to knock it the fuck off. And what we know is we know there's we know that the Zotfa pick were able to chart roughly the direction they came from and how it was a long way away. And we also know that they are on a planet without a surface, which indicates a gas giant to me. And so we quality space to the north part of the map. And we're investigating. So the various systems here. I'm not actually looking up in my notes the exact planet it is, because I don't have... I feel like actually exploring for it feels more like the right thing to do. Cyanic World. Wow, that's a shitty planet. Also, in chat, Tachi asked how the game the creators were working on is going. Toys for Bob, we're working on an actual sequel. But unfortunately, I haven't heard anything about it in some time, so I don't know what's going on with it. It is very likely that they're busy working on other stuff. They do a lot of work for other companies and other IPs. So I suspect that's what they're doing right now. Lanthanide World. I mean, it's not bad, but I don't need anything from here, so... Alright. I'm sad that I didn't push the... I'm sorry that you missed a little bit of time for everybody watching, but, alright. We're gonna go to Beta Corvi, because that's the next one I think it might be. It's either Beta Corvi or Vega. We'll check out Vega after we check out Beta Corvi. Let me see if there's any information on the internet about Star Control. All right. What I'm seeing is... currently, after Toys for Bob was bought by Activision, that meant that Reich and Ford, Paul Reiche and Fred Ford are under contract with Activision still. So... yeah. It's basically gonna be a passion project on their own time, and they really can't get it done. They're under contract with Activision, so that makes sense. All right. Yeah, they're working. They've been working on the new Crash Bandicoot games and stuff like that. Yeah. From everything I've heard, they do really good work on that stuff too, so. Ooh, biologicals. Let's grab those. Ooh, those guys are worth a lot. Yep. So yeah, they yeah. I suspect, you know, that it'll come. It may come out at some point, but it won't be for a while. Each one of those guys is worth 15 biodata. They are worth a truckload of biodata. Oh, it's so good. Oh man, the fully kitted lander is so much better. It's amazing. Alright, that is going to be very useful to me. Any and all biodata is worth serious buckaroos to me. No, nothing there I want. Angry eyeballers. But yeah, I would love to see an actual honest to God sequel to Star Control 2 made by the guys who made the original game. Star Control, the Star Control 2 that was released, it's okay, but it's really sort of a step down.
Hello, visitor. We are the Slylandro.
Now one of my favorite parts of the game.
I am content to hover, a Slylandro speaker. Your presence here fills us with excitement. We have gotten so few visitors over these many drawn. We hope you can stay to talk with us for a time.
I am Peterson, captain of the Starship Enterprise. Who are you guys?
Oh, this is terribly exciting. We will be happy to tell you about ourselves if you would please do the same. You see, we Slylandro have been extremely interested in learning about the galaxy, but our physique makes us incapable of leaving our gas giant home.
Yeah.
Therefore, we are totally reliant on our infrequent visitors to keep us informed about events outside this planetary system.
Ah.
And visitors usually only show up every few drawn. We hope that our newly deployed exploration probe fleet will not only gather information for us, but inform other races of our presence here as well.
Alright. Probes? Which probes are you talking about?
You know, it's funny. We hadn't heard from the outside galaxy in a whole Janasa. And then the Melno may come by and sell us a probe. And just a few hundred locations later, you show up. Oh, the probes? Right. Well, like we said, just a short time ago, a race called the Melno stopped by. They said they had acquired some information revealing our existence, and they wanted to study us if we didn't mind. In fact, the Melno said they would pay us for the right to do so. I guess they are biology nuts or something. Anyway, in exchange for our information, they gave us a probe vessel.
So tell us some of the other races you visited over the years.
Years? Oh, you mean drawn.
Right.
Well, let's see. There was the Melno just a few locations back. Then we go all the way back over 3 drawn ago to the Ur-Quan and the other milieu guys. The Yuli and the Draw, I think.
The milieu? Who are the milieu? Who are the Yuli and the Draw?
Let me remember. That was a long, long time ago. I was only a nymph then. Oh yes, that's it. The Sentient Milieu was a cooperative association of sentient alien species. The Yuli, the Drawl, the Taelo, the Maelnum, the Foz, and the Ur-Quan, who lived across a wide section of the galaxy. They talked with us fairly frequently for almost half a drawn. Then suddenly, the visit stopped, and we haven't heard from them since.
Were there any other race visitors here besides the Melnorme and Milieu races?
Yes, there was another race, a highly sophisticated species of shaggy giants who made repeated trips to our world over a period of several drawn. They even installed a broadcasting satellite in orbit around our world, which let us talk with them whenever we wanted. They were called I'm sorry, I can't remember their names. It was a long, long time ago.
This sounds like the precursors. What else can you tell us about them? I might be a little interested.
I wish I knew more of the information you seek, Traveler. But we last saw the shaggy ones just over 39 drawn ago, and very little from that era has remained intact in our history chance. Hold on a minute. Let me consult with associates Joyce Lifting and Sullen Plummet. Joyce Lifting, who has a better memory than I, recalls that the shaggy ones were described as being worried. They were always hurrying from place to place, seeking knowledge as though they were in a desperate search for some important secret, some answer to a question that they never shared with us. Sullen Plummet remembers that the last time the shaggy ones visited our world, they came aboard a great circular starship, one even larger than your own. They had discovered their answer and were leaving to go somewhere, and they didn't tell us exactly where somewhere was.
This is very, 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 very important to us. Do you know anything more? I really would appreciate it.
No, I have told you. One moment. Joyce Lifting transmits. Joyce Lifting has remembered something else, though it does not relate to the shaggy one's question, answer, or departure destination. What my associate communicates is the description of a set of 10 worlds, unlike all others. The shaggy ones either discovered these planets, or, this is garbled, assembled them? We were told the planets were, again this is confusing, organized in some pattern which in some way alluded to the shaggy one's ultimate fate. One of the worlds was described as orbiting one of a pair of blue stars, not far from here. Another of these worlds circled a large white sun. That is all we can remember.
All right, so how long is the drawn?
The drawn is our primary unit of time. It lasts for an interval equivalent to 4 million rotations of our planet. A drawn is subdivided into 2,000 dranasa. Now please, our turn. Will you tell us about yourselves?
Sure. Mostly come from a large rocky world called Earth.
Yes, that seems to be the pattern. Just about everyone who comes by here says they developed on a world a lot like that. As far as we know, we're the only sentient species who's ever evolved in the atmosphere of a gas giant. Of course, from what we know, most travelers like yourselves don't have much interest in gas giants. So maybe there are others like us, Thylandro, out there somewhere.
We travel the galaxy starships seeking knowledge and contact with other sentients.
That must be great, to leave your planet and roam the stars. You don't know how monotonous living on a gas giant for 3 or 4 drawn can be. Clouds, clouds, clouds. Wind, lightning, clouds, clouds, clouds. That's it. We know a lot about clouds. If you've got any cloud questions, ask us. We have over 800 different symbolic references just to describe them. Most of the time, when we aren't eating, we hover around and talk about what the clouds look like. Of course, the only things we know about are clouds, food, and other Thylandro. So generally, that's what we think the clouds look like.
We're particularly interested in studying unusual planets and life forms.
Oh, then you should go check out a planet orbiting a blue star not too far from here. I think there is another blue star right next to it. We can't describe exactly where it is, but the people who told us about it, the Ur-Quan I think, said that it was one of the rarest worlds in space, and that as far as they knew, there were only 10 of these planets in this part of the galaxy.
Uh-huh. Our current primary objective right now is to free ourselves from the evil Ur-Quan.
The Ur-Quan? The long brownish guys from the milieu with all the eyes and arms? They used to come visit us regularly about 3 drons ago. They told us about all the interesting things they found from their scouting missions. They were really nice. Why do you fight with them?
Maybe you're confused. These aren't the Ur-Quan we're talking about. Ours are green.
But the Ur-Quan were such good guys. They had lots of interesting things to tell us about, and they never got impatient with our questions. Well, I guess a lot can happen to a species in 3 drawn, like turning green and evil.
I love the delivery of that line. Like turning green and evil.
Okay, but please, can we talk about you some more later?
Sure. So what are those glowy bits inside you?
Oh my, I forgot. You creatures see in the visual range and can see our...
Yeah?
Well, we can't see them. What I mean to say is, they are... Well, we use them when the male and the female... Well, look. I'd rather if you didn't ask about them, okay? Especially not in front of Soul and Plummet. She's shy.
Okay, we'll skip over that. Can you give us more details about your probes?
Sure, if you are interested. In exchange for information about the life on Source, the Melnorme offered to give us a remote exploration probe. It would roam the galaxy gathering information and contacting alien races, and when it had filled its data storage units, it would return here and reveal to us everything it had learned.
Why do your probes attack our ships?
Our probes do not attack. They have only defensive capabilities. Offensive behavior is not part of the instructions we programmed into the probe. To do so would be reprehensible.
What was the probe's program?
It was sent on a 500 rotation mission to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no catalog item 2418, remote self-replicating robot explorer probe, had gone before.
Alright, can you explain the probe's replication ability?
Well, we're not hardware people, so we only know the theory. What happens is that while the probe is exploring space, whenever it's not doing something more important, it hunts for asteroids and similar space junk,
no, they very much aren't,
zaps
Zenith.
it into its component parts, absorbs the debris, and when it has enough raw materials stored inside, it manufactures a perfect replica of itself. So even though we only bought one probe, by now there should be hundreds of probes, maybe even thousands.
Where'd you get the probe from?
From the Melnorme Traveler Traders.
Okay.
It was catalog item 2418, remote self-replicating robot explorer probe, the economy model.
Right. Could you tell us a little bit more of the probe's program?
Sure. What would you like to know?
Okay, first off, you meant the probe's defense capabilities. Elaborate, please.
That behavior was hard-coded by the Melnorme. We couldn't mess with it. Essentially, the probe will only fire its weapons if it has been attacked and cannot communicate with the attacker.
And when defending itself, it uses its lightning weapon?
No, the probe is armed with a battery of missiles. It doesn't use its electrical discharge device in combat.
What missile batteries? It always attacks us with lightning bolts.
That's impossible! It's inconceivable! The electrical discharge device is used only for breaking down raw replication materials into their component compounds for easy
Oh
galvanizing.
no. Okay, would you tell us about the replication behavior?
I'd be glad to. You see,
Okay.
the probe has the capability to seek out raw materials, process the raw materials into component compounds, collect the compounds, and then, when it has a sufficient supply, it can build a duplicate of itself. We decided that since we had only one probe, we should change the replication priority and crank it up so that there would be more probes sooner.
I'd love to know what the non-economy model was, what these guys have been up to. Yeah.
What priority did you assign to replication?
Well, the factory setting was 2, in between movement at 1 and analyze data at 3. I told Joyce Lifting to set it a bit higher. Let me ask him what he set it to. Oh, my. That was a bit extreme, wasn't it? Joyce Lifting told me he changed it to 999, the highest setting on the dial.
Would you explain the general outline of the probe's program?
Sure. It was a difficult task for us, since we'd never done anything like that before. But for the most part, we just adjusted its standard program, which went something like scan for targets as defined in target list. If no current target, then select new target from the current targets list using specified priorities. If current position is at current target, then set current behavior to new behavior based on behavior priority settings. Perform current behavior. Okay, that's the basic program.
Yeah.
I said it was simple, and here are the tables used by the program. Target list with associated target priority. Space vessel 5. Transmission source 4. Astronomical anomaly 3. Planet-bearing life signature 2. Raw replication materials 1. Probe behaviors with assigned priorities. Communicate 5. Record data 4. Analyze data 3. Seek replication materials 999. Move to current target 1.
Oh dear.
That's it.
So what is affected priority settings on behavior?
I'm pretty sure the way it works is that every time a behavior is completed or interrupted, the program selects a new behavior based on the defined behavior target priorities and what kind of target is currently selected. I think a really high priority would cause a probe to focus its attention on that behavior.
Alright, your probe does destroy ships and I can prove it.
No, it cannot. It is not programmed for hostile behavior.
My sweet,
What is your reasoning?
my sweet summer children, this is a terrible, terrible accident, and I feel horrible.
But, alright. Think about a probe's replication behavior.
The probe seeks raw materials and processes them in preparation for replication.
Think about the effects of change replication's behavior priority.
The answer is simple. It would spend more of its time seeking raw materials for its replication process. So what?
Now what will it do to a ship given that its priority is set to max? Think about what the probe does when it meets a ship.
Spaceships are the probe's highest priority.
Right.
Because we want more than anything to make friendly contact with alien races.
Now, what will it do to a ship given that its replication priority is set to maximum?
I don't see what you are getting at, but I'll play
Just
along
follow
with
the
you.
logic chain.
Like I said, alien ships are the top priority target. Once a probe scanned a ship, it would instantly move toward it. Then, when it got to the ship, it would initiate communication automatically. When communications were terminated, a new behavior would be selected, and
Yes.
a new behavior would be selected. And since the replication setting was set to maximum, the probe wouldn't get time to pick a new target. It would use the current target, the ship, for raw replication materials. It would process the ship, break it into component compounds with electrical discharges. Oh no! What have we done? Traveler, you must tell us what we can do! How can we stop the probes from destroying all life in the galaxy?
Yeah, well, to begin with, if I were you, I'd sue the Melner Ray.
Sorry, the Melnorme made us agree to a formal waiver of damages.
Of course they did.
In case something like this happened.
Can you broadcast some kind of recall signal?
No, not catalog item 2418, remote self-replicating robot explorer probe. The model with the recall transmitter was catalog item 2419, and the Melnorme said it was out of stock.
Someone's gonna have to hunt them down and destroy them.
No, that would never work. The probes will replicate too fast. As soon as you destroyed one, two would take its place.
I don't suppose you have some kind of mega self-destruct code, do you?
Why, yes, there
Oh,
is.
that's great!
You're a genius, Traveler. Why didn't we remember that? Oh, there's a problem, though. How are we going to transmit the code? Well, while we ponder that problem, at least we can give you the code sequence. That way, if you run into a probe, you can destroy it without getting shot
I
at.
can disseminate this to other people. Goodbye, cylinder gas bags.
Goodbye, human fluid sac.
I adore them. They are so much fun. All right, so give me 1 second, folks. I got to do something very quickly. If you're watching YouTube, I'm sorry. I'll be right back. I apologize. My apologies, I'm back. Alright, Alright, now, what's next is the thing. Well, we are here. What can we do? Tell you guys what. I want to bank a bunch of credits with the Fujibijigis. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we are going to do a bit of the old Alright, I think we've done Beta Chandrasekhar. I don't remember if we did Beta Pegasi or not. No, we did do that. Yeah, okay. And I'm almost positive we did Beta Pegasi. All right. Let's go double check. I know this. Basically, I'm hitting up Rainbow Worlds right now. I think I went to Beta Pegasi, but I want to double check. Oh, by the by, if you guys didn't know, I should show you guys this. This is kind of cool. Hang on. Have you guys seen the full look of the MechaGM avatar? If you're in chat, I'm curious if you guys have seen this or not. Because it's not just the torso there. You have Zenith? All right. I'll show it off in a second, just because I can. All right. Yeah, I've not mined this place, but anyways, here we'll have a little show off for you guys, just so everybody can see what it looks like as he rises from the depths. Anyways, I gotta leave room at the top for the for alerts, basically. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna. Should I mine this? I can go down and grab the radioactives, I guess. Sure. We're pretty well kitted for this, so I mean, whatever, sure. I'm pretty sure we scanned this already, so. We're gonna just do one lander load. It's not worth going down. It's not worth the risk of crew loss for more. Do I need the resource units? Not really. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have them, so. Epsilon Draconis. All right. We do need to swing back by Earth at some point to give them the code. But yeah, Black Brio Studios were the ones who did the commission for the Avatar. Both that and the Lord Omega Avatar that I have. So I just wanted to give them a shout out. And I have someone else working on some other other art assets for the channel. I'm going to have a new banner done for both the Twitch and the YouTubes. It's going to be done in soonish. Again, risky to mine, but we can handle it. We'll just do one lander load. It's not worth going back for the full thing. And the Puka are on the move again. Great. All right. This time they can do what they want. All right. Formal Hout. Formal Hout, not form. Yeah, not positive I've been there yet or not. We're just gonna check. Legitimately don't remember if we've been here or not. There is no Rainbow World here. This is just... Oh, right. My notes for this was not... Yeah, right. Okay, this is a Ruby World here. Right. Well, we might as well grab it. I mean, we're here. And it's got a lot of RUs, so let's grab those. This falls in kind of... Yeah, this is absolutely worth it. It's no risk, and... Yeah. Alright. Next one is... The next one is Epsilon Lippy. So we will duck briefly into Ur-Quan space. Yeah, it's free money. Yeah, totally. That it is. That it is. Free money. If I wasn't so actively pretty good at avoiding fights, I'd be more interested and I would need more of the resources. Interestingly, I kind of want to talk to them. I kind of want to talk to the Ur-Quan and Korra, so I'm okay with this. Yeah, fine.
Your insubordination is intolerable. You must obey our slave laws, Further disobedience will result in punitive measures against your homeworld.
Hold, what you're doing to us is wrong. Why do you do this thing?
Alien, you have spoken words, and you have spoken them rightly. We will tell you our reasons why we enslave all other sentient life. We evolved on a hostile world, the descendants of solitary hunters. In those ancient days, there was no Korra or Kazertsa, only the Ur-Quan. We explored our world, and then the space beyond. Here we met the 6 races of the sentient milieu, which we joined as partners. It was on a routine planetfall that one of our milieu scout ships first met the Dinyari. They were evilly intelligent creatures who could control the minds of others. They wanted to rule the universe. We had no choice but to give it to
God, that's a
them.
good line.
For thousands of years, we were unthinking slaves to the Dinyari. The Dinyari had a special liking for us Ur-Quan, so they began to tinker with our genes. They built 2 Ur-Quan sub-races, one green, the thinkers and planners, the other black, the warriors and laborers. When the martyred genius Kazertsa gave us the secret to defeating the Dinyari, we destroyed them. Then we decided that we would never again be slaves. We would follow the path of now and forever. We decided to enslave or imprison all other intelligent life in the galaxy. We had slaves shielded one world when we learned that the Black Ur-Quan, under a new leader, Korra, had devised the Eternal Doctrine, which called for the cleansing, the annihilation of all non-Ur-Quan sentient life. Before we could stop them, they burned the Yuktar race's homeworld and were on their way to the planet of the last remaining free race. We met the Korra in orbit above that planet. We confronted them. They would not submit. We fought. When our battle was done, the Korra were defeated. We exiled them, sent the remnant of the Korra fleet into the unknown reaches of the galaxy. Then we began our own migration, moving around the galaxy in the opposite direction of the Korra. Captain, you have heard our words. Now you have a decision to make. Submit to us, the Ur-Quan Kazertsa, or face our wrath.
I do like the, I will leave now. Are you paying attention to me?
In our 20,000 years, along the path of now and forever, we have dominated thousands of species, yes, but we have saved hundreds from extinction. You imagine the threat of unknown invaders, or alien pestilence born on the solar wind. We have seen these, but you do not acknowledge your own worst enemy, yourselves. We have found dead worlds without number, planets ravaged by atomic fire or Gaian collapse. These planets were not rendered sterile by outside forces. They bear sad testament to the effects of unrestrained instinct and emotion, or simple ignorance. We will prevent such mistakes.
The Ur-Quan are legitimately one of the best villains in sci-fi gaming I've seen. I'd rather not take the big hits I'm going to take, but we'll start with the ores.
Go, go, go. Go. Intruder. Gunners. Launch fighters. Intruder. Go. Intruder.
Good job, Captain Frumple.
Launch fighters. Go, go, go. Launch fighters. Intruder. Launch fighters. Go, go.
Ooh, nice shot.
Go, go, go. Intruder. Launch fighters.
Let's not lose this ore ship.
Launch fighters. Launch, go, go, go.
Shit! Damn it, ran to the planet. Ores commandos are terrifying. I love them. And you are low enough on crew now that you're not going to launch fighters.
Dodo, jerk, baby, loser, jerk.
I can actually beat the Ur-Quan ships with Pakung ships one-on-one, honestly. I'm gonna have to, probably.
Idiot. Fool. Loser, dummy, loser, moron, idiot, dodo, wimp, worm, stupid, worm, fool, dummy, idiot, moron, baby, dummy, moron, dummy, fool, dummy, jerk, wimp, dodo, fool, jerk, baby, dodo, loser, worm, baby, whip, baby, moron, dodo.
They got another kill in.
Dodo, stupid, twit, wimp, dummy, loser, wimp, stupid, fool, moron, whip, idiot, twit, loser, wimp, whip, stupid, baby, dodo, fool, moron, loser, idiot, wimp, fool, twit, wimp, dodo, dummy, jerk, fool, moron, worm, loser, worm.
All right, he's not launch. He won't launch more now.
Moron, dodo. baby, jerk, baby, fool, twit, baby, twit, dodo, twit, dodo, baby.
I do love actually making the Pakunk ship work. So yeah, that's how you can beat the Ur-Quan with the Pakunk ship. It's not an easy dance, but it's a doable dance. All right, I've been here to mine that one. All right, next Rainbow World is Beta Leporis. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, the Pakunk Death Blossom is great. I love it. Actually, hang on. Nope. Pause for a second. Manifest. Roster. And that Or's Nemesis needs to be retanked. But yeah, the Or's Marines are terrifying. I love them. The Or's ships are really good. Like, legitimately really good. I'm out of practice with actually flying and shooting with them. But that turret is very handy. It's generally, I find it works best to aim it backwards. But there are times when actually firing forwards or off angled to sides is good too. It's hard to adjust it on the fly is my one problem with it. And we'll come back and try to talk to the Korra at some point, but I wanted to get at least one conversation in. Hey, Dewani, you just missed me talking to the Ur-Quan. You just missed the Ur-Quan speech. Fair enough, you're gonna watch the highlight. That's fair, dude. Yeah. Let's go mine. Oh, there's even life forms here. Beautiful. Oh, that's even better. Alright, so my guide recommends the big blue ones. I think they were worth more biodata before. They're not worth the same amount. Yeah, no, seriously, that line, they wanted to rule the universe. We had no choice but to give it to them. It's just like, oh god. Before we go to the next Rainbow World, I want to actually, since we're here... We're going to double back a minute here. Nicely done, Duani. We're here to talk to you guys because you guys are cool. I'm just gonna go directly to your homeworld.
Greetings, fellow carbon creature. May your roots always be well watered.
I am Captain Peterson from Earth. We come in peace.
I am Captain Ala Lala. We come in peace.
Our starship's called the Enterprise?
Our starship is called the Tender Shoot.
Okay. We are from the United Federation of Worlds from Earth.
We are the Supox Utricularia from Earth.
You're from Earth? Are you just copying whatever I say, out of curiosity?
Oh, yes. We apologize for the confusion. Our home world is also called Earth. Or more properly, Mech, which means perfectly good and nutritious dirt. Earth is pretty close, is it not?
So, yeah, it is. But I don't care. You seem to be copying our speech and mannerisms. Is there a reason for that?
We learn and we adapt. We are symbionts. Our first step in making friends is always to copy them. This is our idiom.
Okay. Symbionts. That's interesting. Please tell us more.
Our kind evolved on a beautiful planet, orbiting the wonderfully green-hued star Roots. From the canopy of the great jungle to the shores of the azure seas, our species has flowered and grown well. Early in our evolution, we adapted to exist in symbiosis with other hardier life, both flora and fauna, who supplied us with nutrients, while we supplied them
There are green
with
stars, Zenith.
reproductive assistance.
They exist. Plants can't be intelligent. At least our top scientists and science fiction writers seem to think so.
Yes, this has been confirmed by our people as well. Strange,
They're
is it
uncommon.
not?
Green stars are uncommon, but they do
Many
exist.
of our people regard this inconsistency as proof of our divine origin.
So, oh yeah, they're very rare, Zenith, yeah. And Duana, yeah, they kind of are the opposite of the Mycon. The Mycon are basically parasites, these guys are symbionts, which I think is actually really kind of neat. So this is your neighborhood, any other sentients nearby?
We share this region of space with the Utwig, the wearers of masks. We have a strong cultural bond with the Utwig. They have been the foundation around which we have grown our starfaring culture. We are not only allies, but we are also friends. You should go meet with them. They could use some excitement. You see, they are a little depressed and morose right now. Usually they are most festive and fun.
What could have caused you to such distress?
They broke their Ultron.
Okay, I'll bite. What's an Ultron?
The Druge, the cruel, foul trading race who sold the device to the Utwig, called the device the Ultron, and claimed that it would give the Utwig superpowers.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, the Utwig believed the Druge and bought the Ultron. However, the device did make the Utwig very happy. Of course, we didn't tell them what we really thought of the Ultron. That they were vapid fools to buy a piece of junk for a planet's ransom. We went along with the falsehood, and in doing so showed our own stupidity. Then, one sad day a few years ago, the Ur-Quan Proctor dropped the Ultron during a particularly energetic and festive ritual. Now the Ur-Quan are morose and depressed. They feel they cannot ever achieve greatness because they lost the powers of the Ultron. They even gave the broken device to us, saying that they couldn't stand the sight of it anymore. We are worried that the Ur-Quan are so depressed that they may use their ultimate weapon.
Oh dear.
Here, you take the Ultron. Maybe you can do something with it.
Thanks, I think. What do I do with it?
We thought that if we could get the Ultron working again, it would cheer them up. So, we tried to figure out how to fix the darn thing. Or at least get some of the flashing bits working again. But for all the Druzh's falsehoods, the Ultron is some kind of artifact. And we could not synthesize the necessary replacement parts. Perhaps on your journeys, you will find the elements necessary to repair the Ultron. Then you could give it to the Ur-Quan, and maybe they wouldn't be so depressed.
Huh. Alright. Well, we now have the Ultron. Yeah, that's not a planet I want to land on. Oh, there's life forms there. Right, go get those. Nope, there's one more life form. Alright. I'm not gonna bother with the minerals. I don't... They mention it there, it's also brought up by the Melnerme, Duani. The Melnerme spell it out in, like, literal words. Nope.
We come in peace.
Transmit destruct sequence.
Engage in self-destruction circuitry.
Alright, we are off to... Leporus. We did Beta Leporus. Gamma Aquari. No, say hi to the Ur-Quan while we're here. Yo, the Korra mentioned some elements of it, but they don't go into the details if I remember correctly. Ooh, I should probably... We'll go scan this planet and then we will talk to the Ur-Quan next episode, but I want to scan the planet quickly here. We do want to talk to the Ur-Quan, because the Ur-Quan are, well, the Ur-Quan. Oh, damn it, overshot. All right. Anyways, yeah, that's going to do it for this episode on YouTube. For people watching live on Twitch, we'll be back in just a moment. But if you're watching this YouTube, thank you for watching. Hope you guys had fun. And if you enjoyed the episode, like, share, subscribe. Comments are wonderful and welcome. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.